I was surprised to hear Marcellus Wiley has always been somebody when he was a player, when he was a broadcaster. He's always been somebody that I've enjoyed listening to. You rarely hear, I haven't heard anyone else say what he said about the breakup of Stephen A. Smith and Max Kellerman. Stephen A. has been making the rounds for a couple of years now saying, I forced Max off the show. I didn't want to do the show with him. It's not personal. He's a nice man, but I don't want to do the show with somebody who wants to do a nuanced show. I want to do argument television, and that's not what Max Kellerman wanted to do. And Marcellus Wiley said the following, and I just have not heard a lot of people saying this.
I know Max. I know Stephen A. Stephen A. wanted Max for very specific reasons. Now, I'm going to say these reasons, and everybody's going to have a reaction. He wanted Max first because he was white. He wanted Max second because he was intelligent. He wanted Max third because Max can speak on all things. But I don't think he paid enough attention because he got slapped in the face with who Max really is. And then y'all saw the awkwardness that ensued because Max all of a sudden couldn't be who Max really was. Let me take you through it. Stephen A.'s First Take, the show wanted Max to speak for white America. Especially when you lose Skip Bayless, you get Max. Now, it's not just Max speak for white America, but that would allow Stephen A., brother, get to speak for black America. Now, here's the problem. Stephen A., the entertainer, had to meet Max Kellerman, the educator. And boy, that was a class that had a different lesson plan. Stephen A. realized quickly that he was dealing with a whole different animal, especially on black issues, especially on societal issues. He started to realize he was getting outshined in those conversations. Outshined for these reasons, and I know these reasons, because Max Kellerman is not only a historian, he has a degree in history from Columbia University, same school I went to, Ivy League school. But the dude is a bona fide genius. Like, he is next level brainiac, for real. High school test scores off the charts. Like, next level dude. I'm just giving it to you like it is. And Stephen A. Smith has admitted many a times how he had his own learning disabilities and issues growing up. So that is, no matter how much he has advanced past that, and you can see the immense vocabulary, etc., and his intelligence on display, it's an insecurity for Stephen A. because he speaks on it as how that was an insecurity. That's fine. But now we got a problem because you got Max Kellerman in there who's supposed to go with the flow on these conversations or defer.
He also said, because we're only playing a clip of that for you, that Stephen A. was threatened by Max in this regard. And there was the awkwardness on television of Terrell Owens just one time saying, and Stephen A. and Terrell are still going back and forth on it publicly, Max is blacker than you, or some form of that.
Yeah. And so first of all, I know Marcellus, I know Max. I work with both of them. Obviously, I know Stephen A., but not as well. I work with Marcellus and Max a lot when they were on Sports Nation. And what Marcellus is saying, first of all, is true. Max is a certifiable genius, not just like, oh, he's really smart, like Mensa, testing, all that stuff, right? But beyond that, he's right in that what Stephen A. was looking for was a foil, someone to intelligently argue the other side, but the other side being, I need a white guy to argue against me and has to have like intelligent enough argument to keep up with me. The problem is he got the wrong white guy because he wanted someone, I think, in the vein of Skip Bayless, of what's my man that used to...
Nick Wright?
Not Nick Wright. The guy that used to... Oh, man, now I'm drawing a blank.
Give me something so I can help you.
The guy you said, oh, he's not actually that bad of a guy once you get to know him.
Oh, Will Kane?
Will Kane.
I was wrong. I feel like you set me up on that.
From you, Mike.
He did that to
You
you
set
on
me up
purpose.
on that.
He
Got
did that.
him.
He led you right to that. The guy that you once said isn't that bad a guy, and you were totally wrong about.
I thought twice to just jump in like that in the name of efficiency. I have since apologized numerous times.
I also need to apologize right now, accidentally trying to bail Amin out, to Nick Wright.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, Dan.
I think Nick Wright is in the same ilk as Max in that regard, right? In that maybe not.
No, Nick's an alien.
No, but
Because Nick also combines the Stephen A. element to it. Nick's very bright, watches everything, super knowledgeable.
And is
but
excellent on race issues.
did you know that?
But he's not the Skip Bayless.
But yeah, that's what I'm
no,
saying.
no, he actually has better ratings than Skip.
Dum-dum. But like, I guess what I'm saying is they all fall in this ilk of like, hey, you want a white guy to come counter me, but actually we're the white people who are your allies on this stuff. But in the case of Max, I can articulate it better than you can, and I think that was a friction point.
I wonder here, as this landscape changes, and Stephen A's going to win. He's going to beat Skip. He's got the resources. He's got the backing. And that show has become his. And he's doing with it everything that he wants to do with it. Objecting to me saying that argument television keeps making everything a little bit dumber. But to me, the broadest appeal to have is just, what are you shaking your head about, Mike?
What Amin did to me is so messed up.
He played you perfectly. You thought he was a bumbling fool. This is how Columbo did it. Jessica's beloved Columbo.
Did you just hit me with just one more thing?
He really got you there, but he put
I'll never be able to escape it, even though I've apologized profusely. Why are we doing this? God damn you, Amin.
Legend of the Drunken Master.